combo this together with. I guess a troll is kind of okay for Execration to pick up.
Could be. See if it does get banned out now for 496.
Has it been the 4 clockwork or the 5 clockwork that they've been seeing for Execration?
I believe it has been a mix. Just see if I can remember the. I'm not even remembering. I'm looking back at the previous games, but.
No, say you were remembering it. Make yourself sound smart.
No, I believe it has been a mix between RR and BDZ. Mostly RR though, I'm pretty sure. So probably POS 5 is where we've been seeing it the most for Execration. I doubt it's POS 5 this game though with the Grimstroke. I think you just throw the Grimstroke 5 and the Clockwork 4, surely.
It is Radiant spam.
I mean, I can see it, but oh, okay, they're banning out the Zeus.
Maybe scared of that global strat that could come out with the Spectre.
I guess, but I feel like you've got so many ways of being locked down as this Zeus with the Clockwork and the Earth Spirit already.
Wait, they haven't banned out the techies, by the way.
No, get me out, please. No.
There's no space for it, but 496 is known for playing techies, and I believe it is Bombi who takes that role. He's a very good techies player, apparently. So it's there if he wanted to, but it's doubtful now, I guess. Or is it?
I want to see a... Oh, I was going to say an OD, but I don't know.
Spirit. Okay. I didn't think they were lacking a mid. I thought they might just throw the Pango mid, but it means Pango pos for mid Ember, offlane Mars, safe lane Spectre. Overall, a pretty good draft if you ask me, and Execration will return with the Slark now, so a very early game orientated lineup from Execration.
BDZ's the one playing the Clockwork this time around, RR
Okay.
Grimstroke.
Fair enough. So that should be the POS 5 Grimstroke then.
Is this a mid-Earth Spirit?
Yes, I believe it is. Which I love to see.
Yeah. I want to see it happen. I mean, it works for me when you've got the Snowball and Tower taking potential. Slark can, but I feel like it's nowhere near the same, level of impact as some of these other cores that they potentially could have gone for. But Palos, he's definitely got a good lane with that Grimstroke. Lots of kill potential up there. So it's going to be heavily on Yassi here to be able to dodge out a lot of that.
Now this all works out. Should be a fun one. In 496, had a bit of a rest for a couple days. Looks like Red is still going to be here as well. So we haven't really got the full 496 stack going on. It is back to how it was. That BB, he'll take the POS 1 role, but he is usually the position 3. See if Execration can shut them down in this game number 1 and give themselves a fighting chance for that 2-0 victory that they want. Now going to need it.
Oh yeah, I'd say it's more of a need than a want, honestly. It's so close towards the bottom of this table. I think 4 teams fighting out for 2 spots, and like it's 4 wins, 3 wins, and 2 wins. The last of which being Fnatic. So it's still pretty damn close, and all of them, I believe, still have at least 1 series to play, except for Execration. This is their last series.
We'll get into it. Game number 1. Should mention as well, Daniel, in case you haven't seen with 496, they usually play hyper-aggressive, like more aggressive than you've ever seen any other team play.
Oh, I've seen.
Okay,
That's why I'm so hyped for it.
All right. I'm not sure about whether they can do that with this draft, though. It's, you got the Spectre, you got the Ember, you got the Mars, you kind of need some levels up on these guys. We can't really expect a 5v5 in the mid lane at the 5-minute mark. I don't think.
So little faith in our Vietnamese brethren, You can see they're smoked as 4 already. Like, what did you expect?
They're going to go through to that same spot, to the Radiant Triangle. They do this every game.
Well, Grimstroke standing there. Nicely done by RR. Oh,
now they're going to loop around. Sneaky.
What's his vision? He just spotted him. He got a little glimpse.
Oh, he didn't see him. Fortune's End is going to be there with the dagger out on RR. He might just be dead here, and I believe he is. They're going to Inkswell up the Batrider. They'll go for the team fight, but it's not going to work out for him. Maybe they get Yassi. The river's just changing consistently as they continue this team fight. A great fortune send out from Bombi to hold them down into the double chains now. And they get another. BDZ's dead. Yassi is still alive on the Pangolier, and he's going to keep chasing Ken. Raging.
Oh, they're going to get him.
Fortune's End. Dagger is all out. Yassi doesn't have the swashbuckle back up for another 5, but they're looking at Ken. Yassi daring him to try.
He's
Raging.
got what they want. That bounty rune is theirs.
Yassi's got it, and Raging might be gone. He eats a Fairy Fire and will survive. Yassi going to get hit by the Inkswell and will go down. And well, Raging Potato barely survives with his life intact. He has 0 regen left. He just used all of it.
And you thought they wouldn't get aggressive. How dare you, MLP?
How dare I? I don't mind though. I'm very happy to see this kind of playstyle. I missed this from 496. I really did.
Slight misplay there by Bombi, just continuing to right-click BDZ when he was in the fog. So that does reveal a little bit about, you know, the vision that they had at the time. Bombi's walking back into the vision that's been put up there, and they're looking for a pull. So good luck with your camera work this game. That's all I have to say, MLP.
BDZ, he's gonna cop it on the way out. It's like Bombi does eat a mango and prepares for the next Fortune's End. We'll have a look over to the mid lane quickly, where you will see Ken up against Hung Hung. So far, in terms of CS, it is favoring Ken on the Earth Spirit. He did cop quite a lot of harassment out from the Ember, but looks like he will regen with the salve now and be just fine to remain in the lane.
So I think, like, the only one that didn't join all of that was the Mars, because realistically, how much work can a Mars do in a team fight like that? So his job was just secure as many runes as possible.
Do you have to be a little bit in trouble? Looks like he is. No, he'll salve up. He'll be right. Red will be there to be the shield in between him and Palos. Of course, there'll be Palos and RR down at that bot lane up against Red and Yassi. So far, both are having a nice time, but Yassi might get a little bit annoying with that lucky shot, depending on how lucky he does get. Of course, Palos can purge it off once he does have the Dark Pact, but you don't necessarily want to spam Dark Pact just for the sake of getting that disarm off. So it might be a little bit of an annoying lane here for Palos.
Oh, I think it's going to be an infuriating lane, you know, if you do get lucky with those procs, there's just nothing you can really do as a Slark for it, right? Like, you're suddenly slower, you've got reduced armor, he's even got the Orb of Venom, so he's going to be moving even slower than that. And then you just walk mid lane, Ken. Rolls too far!
Wait, what happened with that roll? That should have connected.
Game's in beta, alright?
Yeah, okay, game's in beta, fair enough. I was about to say, Dunning, I've played a lot of Earth Spirit. I know when it's meant to connect. So, yeah, alright, Ken just got ripped off, but he'll roll in again. That one was definitely not meant to connect, but Hung is still falling low. He'll be alright though. He'll stay in the lane, he has a Fairy Fire, and he's going to play on the edge.
Ken's fine with it being here though, like he's getting the extra armor through from the tower. Hung!
Yeah, nice roll in from Ken, and Hung. That was a little bit too close from Hung on the Ember. He'll pay for it.
Big loss. An entire creep wave going underneath that tower, so Ken's going to be laughing.
Oh, absolutely. Just enjoy himself, get another salve out on the Earth Spirit, and be just fine to stick around.
He wouldn't go for this courier that's sitting next to the tower, would he?
Oh, you'd be surprised. If it was 496, I would have said yeah, probably. Hung gonna chase down Ken now and get that harassment out onto the Earth Spirit. But we are gonna have a quick pause to come out. So Ken is having some oh, he's bugged out. And you know what? I can guarantee I know exactly what bug it is, Danog. There's a bug where when you kick back a hero, sometimes, for some reason, Dota will stop allowing you to kick heroes and will only allow you to kick rocks. Happens a lot, actually. And I can guarantee that's why...
The game?
Yeah, dead set. For the rest of the game, if you do not disconnect from the game and restart Dota, it will not allow you to kick heroes anymore on the Earth Spirit. It's
Do you
happened.
only like experience it once? Like if you're hovering over a target, can you just like not click them basically, or how does it? What happens?
No, like say like you press your Q and you target the hero, for example, or even a creep. Anything but a boulder that you want to kick, if that bug's in play, it won't allow you to do it. You just won't kick anything.
Will it give you the meep sound or
No,
like
it
what
won't
would
do
happen?
anything. It just won't register that you clicked a hero or creep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, after every single time, you just need to disconnect and reconnect.
Not necessarily. It happens once in a while, and I'd say once per game. Like once you fixed it the first time, it stops doing it. But it does happen often enough. I'd report it, but I have little faith that it'll get fixed, to be honest with you, Danog.
I mean, I feel like bugs are one of the things that do get fixed pretty quickly in Dota.
Not when it comes to Earth Spirit, Danog.
True.
Top lane raging, still pulling away the creep wave, so just not wanting to deal with that BB or Bombi. It's a bit tough for this Bat Rider, because you can't really abuse the sticky napalm Firefly on the Spectre this game, as it does just get purged off by the Oracle every single time, which is why you were so surprised when you saw the Bat Rider pick up into the Oracle. Just didn't make too much sense.
No, and I feel like you really just put Raging Potato in a tough spot. You can see he's sitting a fair way behind the other 5 heroes that are fulfilling the core roles in this game, and that's just because he can't have any presence in the laning stage. And another nice dive through by Ken, picks it up.
Yeah, just pops the Magnetize straight away, and oh yeah, see, he missed out. No, he got the bounty rune. Ken did not manage to get it, so that's one positive, but that's the second time Ken has killed off Hung in that mid lane by himself. And, well, that's extremely bad news now, because he's about to hit level 7, where Hung is still level 5.
Oh yeah, that's a big bonus super early on. You know, you're the beefier brother. He's got more muscles than Ember Spirit, so he needs to flex them a little bit.
Absolutely. The biggest muscles, Dano. The best hero. Ken will make his way back in, looking like he does want to go for the Urn Rush, which is pretty standard stuff. Spirit Vessel later on for the Spectre. Hung's going to try and get aggressive again on this Ember Spirit, but when you're 2 levels behind, or just about to be 2 levels behind, it is very tough to see him being able to do that. Luckily for him, Ken does not get the double damage rune, but rather Raging has to take it away. So, had he got that DD, maybe we would have seen another kill attempt from Ken. But instead, Raging now will try to use it up at that top lane, where he is going to chase down Bombi on the Oracle. Bombi, he's not going to get dived, he'll be fine.
Yeah, even if you did continue to dive, it's just simply pop the Fortune's End on yourself and, you know, turn right back around.
Yeah.
If anything, like, they're fine with Raging Potato just chasing up onto Bomb. He needs those boots of travels to be a factor in. The sooner you get him bot lane, there's a lot of action.
Palos, he barely survives with the 1 charges, and Red now is going to drop. Execration going for more now. Yassi, he's going to get caught and does get kicked by Ken. That's the 4th kill out for our Earth Spirit already. And Execration, they're on their way to a pretty good game, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, to start things off, a lot of it's on the back of these rotations coming through from the Earth Spirit, but Hung's trying to make something turn around.
He's popped the Magnetize though. Hung's going to be careful. It's another one, has the roll, goes straight into Hung, and that's a dead Ember. They get the spear off though. Ken, he doesn't have another roll for a few seconds, but he's still refreshing that Magnetize and making it very hard to get this kill, but they do eventually get him. And there's going to be a lot of golden XP going to the way of Red and Yassi. But for Hung, that is the 3rd time you've died.
It's the 3rd time he's died. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for him. I mean, the thing is, Palos, through all of this, is just able to farm on his own at this bottom lane. You know, he's level 7 now, so he can actually rotate through the jungle. You could see he just tried to push that wave in as quickly as he could, and now the rotations and stacking are going to start happening with RR.
He's somewhat of a concern that Palos has farmed this efficiently. Red not able to do too much to slow him down now on the Mars. You do still have our Spectre, who is top of the last hits board right now, thanks to that BB. Going for that Yasha, and he does pick himself up a kill. They get RR on the Grimstroke.
wonder if there's going to be an immediate sentry in response to that, because there was one to the right of the Radiant T1 tower that spotted him out. So nice placement there from 496 when they did make their, you know, constant rotations through to the other side of the map.
6-5 now, still a slight net worth lead for 496, but this is that point where you expect Execration to start getting a little bit more aggressive than they already have been. Ken's at that 8 mark, so he's got a point in the silence. He wants to go up towards that top lane and see what he can find. Raging, gonna scout out, doesn't spot Bombi, and now is gonna get caught by the arena into the spear, and they just blow him up. They're going to Ken now, and RR, they spotted them with the horn. That BB will be slowed up, but they avoid the Inkswell, and now Hung gets the chains off. RR is low and will die, and Ken, he is all alone. And this is really the beauty of 496, is they will group up as 5 like this, and they will win the team fight.
It's like the Power Rangers, they just got to all assemble, and then they just become something even stronger.
I mean, it is quite literally the case. You rarely see them fighting without 5 heroes, 496. That's for sure. Raging,
I mean,
he might try again. He's got the
You've even
lasso.
got the red Power Ranger.
That's pretty true. They do get the lasso off into the hook shot now from BDZ, but he goes for the Cogs pushback. That BB still getting healed up here by Bombi, is now getting leashed up by Palos, but still alive. Now the boulder smashing onto that BB with the silence, but he's still taking damage. Eventually he does go down, however. And Execration do get themselves a very valuable pick-off.
Really nicely done. I mean, that's the value of realizing that all of the TPs we used to make that rotation happen, just immediately go back to that same space, because you know that they're not going to continue farming around a really enclosed area if you're committing all 5 heroes for something. The only one that had TP available was Red.
RR gonna go down, Hung will pick up another one, and now they go on to Raging. They don't quite catch him out, but Hung is gonna Remnant, get the chains off. Raging is low, and they definitely got him now. The Fortune Center to fly in, Raging still trying to get Yassi. Almost has him, but no. Hung will finish the job off, and but you know, considering how bad of a start Hung had, he's now 4-3-4. That is pretty impressive. In fact, he's the same level as Ken on the Earth Spirit.
Getting all those kills will do it for you. Participating in a lot of these great team fights, picked up that double damage, and got some even more aggression up to BDZ. He's able to just dodge it, but oh.
Yes, he's got him with the swashbuckle out. That damn Mars laugh always makes me laugh as well. It's just so silly.
He looks like a Disney character.
He does. The bot tier 1 now going to be under siege by our Spectre, but they are going to wait out the siege creep. Not going to rush into this too fast. There was a defense coming anyway from Execration.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
496, they're just holding a 2k net worth lead here. Things are looking up. Palos?
I mean, as a Spectre game, you're always going to be fairly happy with that. You can see Slark's gone into the drums, which is standard-ish, gives you some decent stats and allows you to group together. And with this man fight draft on both teams, that's exactly what you want. You want to enable your entire team early on.
Smoke up from 496 now through the mid lane. They have that arena back up. A counter smoke, however, now from Execration. Hung will show himself on the Ember, but it seems like that's not the target they want to try for.
Oh, Raging Potato.
He's in danger. Red gonna run straight into him for the easiest arena of his life. Didn't even need it. Bombi will take the kill now on the Oracle, and they are going back towards that bottom tier 1 tower. And meanwhile, the mid smoke that was there from Execration doesn't really pan out to anything.
Ends up finishing up those Brutes of Travel with that, though. So even though that's his 4th death, he's going to be able to start creating a lot more space, especially against this Spectre, which is going to be a real hand.
Mid lane, they have caught out Bombi. Nice pick off there from Execration. They're going to start pressuring that mid lane now. Trying to get that mid tier 1 tower down. Yassi will TP in with the rest of the team, and they do jump straight onto RR. They want that Grimstroke dead, and now they can try to Rolling Thunder, but Ken will get the silence off. They won't be able to hold any more down because they don't have the arena up yet, but a nice lasso now out from Raging. They're going to try and fight this, but Hung is very low and does die. Still, Yassi has a great rolling boulder with some great angles out. Continues stunning up Raging, but they have also lost Red, and Execration are still moving forward, but now Bombi, he's going to come back in, and that baby, he wants to keep fighting, but here comes Palos on the Slark. They will get the Oracle, and they can hunt for more now. That baby's been slowed up by Raging with that sticky napalm. Palos slowly walking in, looking for just one hit off, and he does get it. Nice fight there from Execration.
Nicely done. He's even got the trusty shovel to be able to give himself another bounty route after the fact, so he's going to be able to just continue this again straight away, although used a ton of the remnants there in that fight.
They're still fighting. Soulbind, silence is out. 496, they may have really screwed up. Here's a hook shot comes in from BDZ, and Hung's going to go down. And poor old Yassi, he doesn't have another swashbuckle out. So they will get another. But here comes that arena. Red, he's going to get started on Raging. And now Palos, he is in that Shadow Dance. But how do you get out of this one? He'll try, but the Fortune's End is following him down and does lock him in for the dagger to finish him off. Now BDZ will also be chased up by the side of 496 and should die. In fact, Bombi will take it on the Oracle.
See, Dota, 15 minutes, 31 kills, and there's basically no net worth lead. I love it.
The best kind of Dota, for sure. That mid-tier 1 tower is surprisingly going to be going down for Execration. 496, they still hold on to their own tier 1. Kind of crazy when you think about the set of events that just occurred.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he hasn't gone into the 50 damage talent on this Earth Spirit. I feel like when you're pushing forward and fighting this often, it's just going to be that much more effective. Like, it basically amplifies your damage by 50%, which is insane, and it gives you some extra tower taking potential, which is what's allowing 496 to just consistently rejoin these fights. You got to just think of it in that way, I think. Like, it's going to enable you to get more kills by not dying as much, you know, just shift the mentality.
Mid lane, big smoke up, Execration. They're looking for a good lasso off, Raging. Doesn't have a blink or anything like that, but Yassi is going to get spotted. He'll get hookshot perfectly from BDZ. They'll go on to Bombi now. They want that Oracle. Bombi silence, can't false promise, and will die. And Execration, they do get that mid-tier 1. They get 2 nice pickoffs, and they do back off.
I'm liking this Mars build with the Yule Scepter. Something that OP from old IG and now Sparking Arrow has been doing a fair amount and having really good success with it, so Red might be taking notes.
Definitely is very useful, and it kind of sorts out your mana problems as well on the Mars, right? Just having that Yule's up. It's very, very nice. Top lane, they were trying to make a play onto Hung, but he's going to remnant out in time. I say that, he still is playing on the edge here. Gonna go for the TP play, and looks like he'll be alright. Palos will not be able to reach for the pounce. They're feeling strong enough to start pressuring this tier 2 top tower at 17 minutes. Or maybe they just want to try and force another fight with 496. But 496 is not coming up. Or maybe they are. There's a smoke up now from 496.
Are they coming to the team fight? Really, MLP?
I gotta stop with this doubting, eh? Red.
Palos runs into him, breaks it.
Hook shot perfect on the Oracle. That's the one they want, but here comes the Haunt in. False Promise gonna save Bombi for now. Even the Arena gonna catch out the Slark with the Spear out. He's got the Shadow Dance, but it is not gonna be enough. He'll get started with the Magnetize, but the roll will be cancelled by the side of 496, and they are gonna win at least this team fight, I believe, as they've already got 2, and they're gonna get a 3rd now with Raging.
Oh, there's just damage going around everywhere. I'm sure at the end of this game, the damage is just going to be off the charts, because that's all this is. It's just who could dish out the most damage in these team fights earlier on. And, well, the drums have been used a couple of times, but you have to think, like, what a Veil would be an amazing item, I think, for either of these teams right now.
I'd say so. Haven't got one on Ken, surprisingly enough. I thought that would be the primary target to get that Veil on for, but not quite the case. They just don't want it for now.
I feel like it is, like, he could probably nearly buy it, basically, right now. It's so cheap these days, and I feel like if he opts to go into this Blade Mail build, there's enough magic damage on 496 that you don't want to not be reflecting that damage as a strength hero and being pretty beefy in your own right. Like, he's already 1900 health on this Earth Spirit.
I'd agree with that.
10 earn charges.
It's a lot of earn charges. That's what you get for fighting, though. I guess he's just not going to be worried about earn charges for the rest of the game now. You're just set. Unless you just never win a team fight again, in which case, maybe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Essence Ring, that's what he's...
Palos? Be careful here. He's looking at Red. Red has the arena, and he has the Yules up. Palos gonna Dark Pact. Red, he's gonna get that arena off into the spear. And has he DC?
That is what you sound like.
No, he hasn't.
Wow. I think he's pretty dead, regardless. You've got the Pango roll coming in. I'm sure you're going to get a Fortune's End. About to be charged up by Bombi there. So there's no way he's getting out.
It's gonna be tough. He does have 21 charges, so there's a slight chance. Shadow Dance, 1 charges, maybe. Maybe. If Yassi connects with the stun, though, then you're kind of screwed.
Wow!
Yeah. 2.8 seconds he's got in that stun.
Oh, he's getting there. And oh, nice hook shot out. Palos is going to make it with the Shadow Dance. He will pounce out of there, but RR is going to lose his life on the Grimstroke.
Oh my god, what an amazing hook shot.
It was really good. BDZ
That is
saving the day.
insane. Insane hook shot. Like, he was dead. Just dead to rights, completely done. And BDZ just hooks right on in there. Get down, Mr. President, and
You do get the chains out. Palos, he's not out of the woods yet. They get the Yules. Red with the spear. And Palos looks like he's still going to die. Are we going or not?
what's happening here?
Disconnection on BDZ again.
He doesn't have hookshot this time, so I think he's pretty much done.
He's gone, for sure. May as well bring up some loop at odds while we're waiting for the pause. See what they are thinking. So, for game 1, the odds are favoring 496. Quite heavily, in fact. They do kill off Palos. Into BDZ now. Hung has the chains out, does catch the clockwork, and he has the backup there with Red and Yassi. They'll spear him up again. And this is that point where 496, they get very, very dangerous.